Hey guys, what's up? It's Church bringing you another video, and this one is Storytime episode 2, and it's going to be about my sophomore geometry class I had, and to help me explain some of the situations I was in or things that happened, I have my friend Raycon, who was in the class with me. So say hi, Raycon.
Hello.
So if you guys don't know, you probably do, geometry is just shapes and things. But at our school, like many schools, there are levels, and we were in the CP2, which is the below average kind of stupid kid technically classes. And so we were stuck with a bunch of kids who really weren't into school, first of all, or just really were not good at it. Because, like, for example, the first week we were there and they were actually teaching us, we had to learn what a line was. And for many of you, a line is a simple thing to figure out, but some of the shit they did to like teach us was really bad.
Like, there was this one day where they put this on the board. It was, which one of these is a line? And there were three options. One was a line, a smiley face, or a triangle.
And for all of you who don't know this, neither a triangle or a smiley face are a line.
And a smiley face isn't a shape either. It
is an emotion. And so, like, that's just like some of the things we had to do, and like it was just a bad class altogether. And the people in it, my God, we had one girl who literally would refuse to take tests.
Oh
like,
my God.
We hated her. She was annoying because she was just being a douche every class.
Oh.
Do you got anything?
She's just, oh my God.
Yeah, Raycon hates her.
Just remembering back.
Just thinking about it. Then we had a senior who was in sophomore classes that were like a freshman level thing. Like, I knew everything we learned back last year for like since like 4th or 5th grade. Like, it was some pretty easy shit to get. I mean, geometry might not be easy for you, but for us it was pretty easy. But I mean, like, it wasn't like all bad. Like, we had more freedom.
It was a real life easy A.
It was, actually. Really, it was. Like, I mean, we had more freedom, like I said. Like, one day we went on a field trip, and me, Raycon, and another kid from our class came back, but we didn't get to eat lunch because we were out in the city where we live.
Well, we got to eat lunch, just not at school.
Just not at school, and we had to buy lunch, and we didn't finish. So we got to come back and go to math with, like, Chinese food in our hands, and we just got to eat our Chinese food in math class. So, I mean, that was fun.
I got in trouble for not offering any to my teacher.
Yeah, he got mad. But, you know, that was also a joke, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he actually cared.
Nah, he didn't.
But then, besides, like, that more freedom, it was just a bad class. Like, when we did Jeopardy, they did it completely wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody won, basically.
Yeah.
They had sections of it that didn't make sense or didn't even have to do with math. They were, like, ones where
Elmo.
there were questions... Elmo, yeah, they had to do with Elmo. Their questions were like, what was one? Like, something about, like,
what are all the names of these Sesame Street characters?
Yeah, they asked us what the name of Sesame Street characters were. Like, how is that math or even worth Jeopardy? It's not Jeopardy worthy. It's just not. And then, like, if they did it wrong. They tried to put music in, and the music wouldn't work. So first of all, they don't know how to use whatever it's called, the slideshow program.
For Jeopardy specifically.
For Jeopardy specifically. And then they had, like, what's it called? Questions that were reused all the time.
Yes.
Like, they'd be like, oh, we want 500 lines and segments. And then they would say, like, what is the circumference of a circle? And then we'd go, we want one for circles. What is the circumference of circles? So, like, it was easy, and then everyone had to use whiteboards, and every team got to answer. And if you at least got the answer decently close to what it was...
They give you about 10 tries to get the right answer.
They actually help you. They help you. Oh, and then they made us do a movie. Our school has a whole movie festival thing.
Film festival.
Film festival, it's called. And we had to go out and be extras for one of the movies. And, I mean, it was good because we got to waste, like, a period of just
the
nothing.
easiest class.
Yeah, of the easiest class, and like that was nice, I guess. But I didn't want to be in a movie because if I wanted to, I would have been in the film festival, but I didn't. And so that day we had to go out and listen to a bunch of kids yell at us to do something for something we obviously didn't want to do. Then there was the girl who didn't do anything, who just wouldn't stop bitching about it.
Ugh.
And oh my god, I hate her. But so we had to do, what was it? We had to like stand on the side of our track outside and yell because this kid wearing a climbing harness and a helmet was running down the track. I don't know what this movie was about, but he had to wear a climbing harness and a helmet to run down a track. I don't know.
Stupid.
And then after that, we had to do a scene where we all crowded around him, like in the end of like Remember the Titans or some shit, and just lift him up like he was a champion, and he wasn't, because he had to wear a helmet to run around a track. But I mean, I don't know, that wasn't as bad. That was one of the weird moments of it, but I don't know. Then one of our teachers walked around with a purple backpack and was about 3'6". She looked like a student. Like, I almost yelled at her in the hallway one day because she was really slow. And then I looked at her and she turned around and said hi to me, and I realized it was my math teacher.
Oh my god.
So I got really close to yelling at my math teacher.
Oh, and then there was just this idiot in our class. Like, and one kid pointed out, he was like, I think she could actually be a legal midget. And the kid was like, there's no such thing as an illegal midget.
Yeah, but because he didn't understand that, you know, you're not an illegal midget, it's just that you're legally called a midget at a certain height. Yeah, and then he was, what was it? Oh my god, he's so, what was it? What was another thing he did? I'm trying to think. He did a lot of stupid shit. He was also
just talked to the person next to you, and from across the room, he's like, stop talking about me.
Yeah, he was really paranoid about people talking about him. And a story about him from not math class,
the worst part is there's nothing wrong with this kid. Like, it's not like he had a disorder or anything. I wouldn't be saying something like this about a kid with a disorder.
Yeah, if he was handicapped or something, we wouldn't be talking shit because we're not horrible people. But, like, and I have a story about him from another class, my history class, and we played Jeopardy in that class too, but it was a lot better. And we did Final Jeopardy, and our teacher said the game was over because we didn't have enough time, or it wasn't worth it because one team just blew the other team out of the water. And the kid sat there for 5 minutes asking a kid in my class, what are we putting for Final Jeopardy? What are we putting for Final Jeopardy? And finally the kid just said, Justin, our kid, the game's over, Justin. We don't have Final Jeopardy. The game's over. And then the teacher's like, what are you guys talking about? And the kid had the balls to reply, I thought we had Final Jeopardy, so I was trying to yell numbers out so we could put Final Jeopardy down. And my teacher lost it because the kids, I don't know how he didn't realize it. Then another Final Jeopardy, in that class, my team had a question and we were about to answer, and then he, on the other team, screams out George Washington. But we're talking about the Civil War, so there was no George Washington, and we weren't even asking about people, we were asking about a weapon. I don't know what he was thinking or where he was in his mind, but I don't know, something's wrong with him. And I really don't understand him.
That's the problem, though. There's nothing wrong with him. That's why it is bad.
There's nothing wrong with him, because like we said, if he was like mentally disabled or handicapped in some way, we wouldn't be talking shit like this about him. Then we had some weird people who were absolute tryhards, and one girl who just kind of sat there and would stare at us sometimes with like a really blank stare, and then it was just really awkward.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
it happened to Raycon a lot, where he got fucking stared at and shit all the time by her. And then we had another kid who just answered questions that were like really fucking obvious.
Oh my god. Oh, I hated him.
Yeah, I wish we could tell stories about this people, but
it's about the class.
it's about the class, and the video's almost over, and I have some things to say about it. I'm sorry that this was like really random, kind of, and like might not make so much sense to any of you. It's just that me and my friend were hanging out, and I really needed to get a commentary done for my next video, and he was here. So I told him, I mean, if he didn't mind, we were going to do it together. So we did. So this was kind of us almost having a conversation. So this is kind of how we interact with each other, which kind of made it maybe a little hard for all of you to understand it. And you guys weren't there, so you guys really don't understand what we're talking about with a lot of these situations. So I'm, again, sorry about that. But don't worry, if you guys don't really get it, there'll be definitely more story times. And I'm planning on maybe doing some more of these with friends, because I mean, me and my friends have been through a lot of shit. Like Raycon's also the one from the pig story, who had to deal with that. But I hope you at least enjoyed it and kind of got it. So definitely like the video, help me out, subscribe, tell your friends, get them to subscribe.